Salute family, Sergeant First Class Bennett here. This is your Army Now. This week's MOS, Military Occupational Specialty, is, drum roll, 92 Golf, Culinary Specialist. So if you're out there and you think you can cook, or you want to learn how to cook, or you want to do this for the Army, and you want to get into the artistic aspect of cooking, this is the MOS for you. So we're going to talk to Staff Sergeant Sanders about Culinary Specialist. Your Army Now. Be right back.
Coming to you live from the NorCal studios in Sacramento, California, this is Your Army Now.
Salute family, Sergeant First Class Bennett here, and this is Your Army Now. So you know how we do every week? We have a focused military occupational specialty, job, MOS, however you want to call it. So today we're going to talk to Staff Sergeant Sanders. Thanks for coming through.
Oh, thanks for having me, Sergeant.
Appreciate it. And our MOS today is going to be Culinary Specialist. Some of you may know it as cook, but it's more than that. It's more than just being a cook. It is a culinary specialist. It's an artiste that we're talking to here. So I appreciate you coming through.
Oh, thanks for having me.
All right, so before we begin, just tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
Well, originally I come from Little Rock, Arkansas. I've been afforded the opportunity to kind of travel the U.S. to kind of see the different areas. And not only that, just kind of build myself as a person.
Okay, cool. So being that we're talking about culinary specialists today, let the audience know what exactly goes into being a culinary specialist. Tell us about your job.
Well, it all starts off with the basic foundation of sanitation, making sure that your work area itself is clean. Then once you kind of have that basic concept grasped, you move on to actual food preparation, mise en place, getting all your ingredients together in different cooking techniques.
Okay. What are some of the misconceptions that comes with, your job? A lot of people there's a lot of stigma attached to your job. What are some of the misconceptions that you might want to debunk today?
Well, one of the main misconceptions there is, not only with the civilian side, but in the military itself, is that we're a bunch of fat,
Right.
burger flippers,
Right.
kind of like walking to Burger King, it'd be the same thing, but there's actually intense culinary training going into it as far as food preparation and plating skills,
Right.
as well as, gratitude towards the customer.
Right. Is there you have any type of experience or that you want to share with us? Anything that you may have experienced in your time in the Army that deals with your MOS that you might want to share? Anything in particular?
I was actually afforded the opportunity to compete in the 43rd annual Joint Service Culinary Competition held at Fort Lee.
Right.
And with that, I got a little bit of extra experience as far as like knife skills, additional cooking techniques, and that's where I feel like I found my actual passion for what I do.
Okay. How do you think this job would translate into the civilian sector?
Well, I just recently enrolled into the Escoffier School of Culinary Arts,
Right.
and a lot of my Army training is actually helping me to complete my program earlier.
Okay. All right. So is this something you might want to pursue after you get out of the Army, you think?
Of course.
Nice, nice. All right, so you are a recruiter now, right?
So they tell me.
Right. So this is your chance to promote your station. Tell us about where you work exactly, and tell us about your recruiting station.
All right, well, at our station we have a wide variety of different MOSs, so we have a whole background from medical to mechanic, maintenance, communications, and of course myself, the cook. And we actually have a nice new station. We were up and coming, so they actually gave us a nice new office at 4760 Natomas Boulevard. You should come see us.
I'm gonna put it right there. All right, and so last question. There's young youth out there, high school student, maybe a mother, maybe some educators. Tell us about, is there anything you want to say to them about anything about the Army? What do you want to say to the young people out there?
I would like to just stress the fact that the Army, it's not just a career. I mean, while a lot of people make it the career so that they might have the nice benefits that come along with retiring, a lot of people could just use it as kind of a stepping stone to get to where they want to be. Maybe you didn't get the scholarship, maybe you didn't get accepted into the college. use the Army as a stepping stone to just set yourself up for success in the future.
Perfect. I appreciate it, Son Sanders. Thank you for coming by. Appreciate it. Go check out his station. We got the information up there on the screen for you. This is Your Army Now. I'm Sergeant First Class Bennett, and I'll see you on the other side.
What's going on, team? Professor Nelson back at the whiteboard. We got the audio fixed. It'll be on a blooper reel, I'm sure. So we were talking culinary specialist earlier, and I was reminded that, culinary stuff is popular, I guess. There's the one guy that had the Hell's Kitchen. Everybody thought he was running around screaming like a drill sergeant, screaming at all the cooks for messing up the flambe or whatever it was they were cooking. He's not a drill sergeant. You'll meet them soon enough. But anyway, so yeah, whether it's that or you're thumbing through your Facebook or Instagram pictures and everybody wants to snap pictures of what they're eating because somehow you care, it's awesome. And you do care because you're watching this about the culinary specialist. So what does that mean? Well, when we go to the whiteboard, what we're going to do is we're going to size it up. So let's say you went to Le Cordon Bleu, right? Maybe 10 grand for 6 months is what it cost you, and now you're going to get out and you're going to, you probably, I don't know. I don't cook. Well, I cook, but I never went to a cooking school, so I don't know what I'm going to end up doing if you leave there. Deep frying maybe chicken nuggets. I don't know. But anyway, let's say you go to that place and you're not working the fast food gig, right? We're going to say because you have that certificate, we're going to bump you up a little bit. And we're going to say you make $18 an hour. Brendan, what does $18 an hour equal? $28.80. See, he's being quiet. $28.80 a month. That's good, right? Almost $3K a month. But now I need taxes taken out. And we're going to do that up here. And taxes bring it down to $21.60. All right, so that's the number we have to work with, $21.60. Still, not bad. That's your monthly paycheck. Now you got to pay your bills out of that, right? Let's do that. So what's rent? We're going to say rent's about $800. Fair, right? And your electric is $200. Y'all seen this before if you watch the other videos. The numbers end up being the same, and they're still going to end up great for me. Water, we'll say, is $50. Cable and phone, Brendan tells me that it's like $250 if you have cable, phone, internet, all that bunched up together. So we'll go $250 there. And I know some of you are going to say, but I have those streaming services. Sure you do, at $30 a month each, and you have 10 of them. That's $300. That's how you do math. The average person, you've seen me do this, $300 a month when they're eating out. Medical, because I use my son as a reference, is $350 a month. Unbelievable for a 23-year-old kid. Dental is $50, but you want nice teeth. Now, all right, so we said Le Cordon Bleu, Brendan. What I need is some help here. So say it was $10K. Figure out $10K. I'll let you pay it off over 4 years, team. So $10K divided by 48 months, and we'll see how much they have to pay a month for college. Right? $200 a month for school. All right. That's what we got. So now what I need him to do is go to the calculator. No, we just saw his math. I'm going to do it. So it's 1,000 and 1,300, 16, 18, 1950, 2,000, 2,200 bucks. Does that sound good? Sure it does. 2,200 bucks. Problem, team. Problem. $2,200 in bills, $2,100 in the paycheck. Are we asking mom for the money? Dad, need you to bail me out every month? Well, probably not. You don't want to admit that. So what you're going to end up doing is you're going to end up having to take something off the list. So what are you willing to take off the list? Well, you already went to college, so you can't take college off the list. What's the first thing you think that every kid takes off, Brendan? Absolutely. Let's take off the medical and dental. I don't need that is what you'll say. until you're jumping on the trampoline, you fall off, you break your leg, and knock your teeth out, then you got problems. Go to the ER because you got no insurance. All right, so that gets you $400. You had a deficit of 40 bucks. So now you're $360 to the good. We'll leave it there. Over 4 weeks, that's $90 a week. Fair? Fair. Boom. That's what you got, team. 90 bucks a week. And, oh, by the way, and think about this, 90 bucks a week, we didn't even pay for a car insurance, or gas. And if you live in California, you know you're paying $4 plus a gallon of gas right now. 60 bucks for me to fill up my car the other day. I couldn't even believe it, and I drive a hybrid. Imagine. So, now, we're going to come over here. Army. Now, Brendan, I need good math here this time, okay? So, if we say $10 an hour, listen, so a private makes in the first 6 months, only for the first 6 months, because then you get promoted automatically to E2, and they're going to get $200 more at the 6-month mark when you make E2. But we're going to start right here. It's actually $1,680, but we're going to use $1,600 to keep the math easy for me, okay? So I don't have to rely on Brendan's calculator. So $1,600 a month. We take out the taxes, which is 25%, and that leaves us $1,200, right? So we're working with $1,200, team. Let me stand over here. 1,200 is what we're working with, right? 16, 25% of that is 400. Take that away from 16, it gives you 12. Now, let's go over here. We know what the bills are, right? How much for rent, Brendan, you think? How about 0? How much for electricity, team? Well, you got 0 there too. And your water? Well, how about 0 there? Like all these zeros. Notice the snowman I'm creating in the middle of May. We got water, cable, phone, and electric, or cable, phone, and internet, and all your streaming services the Army's not going to pay for, just so you know. Okay, we're not going to pay for your Prime membership. So, $250 there. Easy peasy, right? Now, food. Got you covered. We're either going to give you the money to eat your food, or we're going to let you go in the dining facility for free. So that's a 0. Now, the medical and dental that you gave up, right? Jump on a trampoline, lose all your teeth. Guess what? It doesn't cost you anything, and now you can go jump on the trampoline, break your leg, and lose your teeth, and not have to worry about it getting fixed. And then lastly, and more importantly, we trained you at the school, right? Because we have one of the best culinary schools in the country. We trained you there, didn't cost you anything. We paid you while you did it. So now, any college you want to get on top of that, we got all the benefits for you to get tuition assistance, Montgomery GI Bill, all those things that maybe you learn after 4 years you don't want to be a chef anymore. You want to go on and do something else. Well, you didn't have to pay for the college or anything, so it's good. Go on to something else. Now, we add up all the bills, right? See how my voice got softer because I'm making that appeal to you guys that I can't have you over here. I need you over here just because it makes financial sense. Again, the voice. Now, so we're going to add up all the bills. Wow, that was simple math, right? $250 is your bills. We subtract that from $1,200, and I got like $950 is what I come up with, I think, right? So if we got $950 left over for the month, I could say, oh, well, that's easy math is $250. It ends up being about $240 a week, $240 a week, not $90 a week. Not $90 a week after giving stuff up. $240 a week. Do you think you can afford a car with that? Afford your car insurance and get that $4.50 a gallon gas? Yes, without having to ask mom or dad for the money. Listen, the choice is easy. You want to be a culinary specialist? Come on, visit your local Army recruiter. Let them show you what I just showed you, or tell them that I showed it to you and you just want to do it. Choice is yours. And it's pretty simple, team. This has been Sergeant Major Nelson, your Army Now.
Thank you, Sergeant Major Nelson, for that whiteboard breakdown. Now you understand what we're talking about. You can see the differences, all right? So thank you very much for that, Sergeant Major. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go into, we're coming out of our culinary specialist theme, and we're going to go into an interview that Sergeant Major did with Blake McKernan, the beast Blake McKernan. He just became the champion. 12-0 is his record now, and they're going to talk a little bit about that. So let's go into a commercial first. Talk about, you can see what the culinary specialist looks like. We talked about it, now you're going to see what it looks like. And then we're going to go right into the Blake McKernan, the Beast, interview with Command Sergeant Major Nelson. This is Your Army Now. See you on the other side.
Military Occupational Specialty, Culinary Specialist.
I worked in my family's restaurant for 15 years, but I knew that the Army could take my skills to a new level and give me the certifications I wanted. It's been an amazing experience, and I've gotten to travel the world and serve soldiers.
No matter the location, meal, or occasion, the preparation and service of food is the primary responsibility of the culinary specialist. After successfully completing 10 weeks of Army Basic Combat Training, you will attend 8 weeks of Advanced Individual Training at Fort Lee, Virginia, where the Army will train you to prepare and serve hearty meals, both in garrison dining halls and various types of field kitchens.
We try to focus on providing the most nutritious items to soldiers to really fuel energy and prepare soldiers for physical fitness.
You will be instructed in knife sharpening, cutting, scaling, and weighing procedures. You'll also train to prepare a variety of foods, ranging from breakfast foods, salads, and desserts, to pork, poultry, and seafood. After your advanced individual training, you'll work as part of an essential team where your duties may include dining facility administration and operation procedures for specific kitchen equipment. Culinary specialists are also responsible for field kitchen operations using the Army Field Feeding System.
I like setting up the mobile kitchen trailer. It's hard work sometimes, but when you actually see how it goes from a tiny box to this big kitchen, and you're just like, wow.
You will have the opportunity to expand your culinary skills with opportunities to earn certificates and work as a member of a team to completing culinary competitions.
The significance of culinary competition is really gives us an outlet to hone our skills and to keep ourselves sharp. So really, it's an opportunity for you to show off your creativity, to challenge yourself, put yourself up against, the best of all branches of service.
The skills learned and refined as a culinary specialist can help you transition from the military to the civilian employment sector.
So the opportunities that culinary specialists will have after the Army is they will have gained experience as a cook while they were here. And also they have the opportunity to go through a credentialing program through the American Culinary Federation where they can get their certification.
As a culinary specialist in the Army, you will develop new skills in food preparation, no matter if you have no experience or you are a seasoned veteran. Military Occupational Specialty, Culinary Specialist.
Major Nelson, Your Army Now, sitting with Blake the Beast McKernan. Stopped by to bring me, I told him I needed a new t-shirt because I'd gone from extra large to medium. Y'all been following me on Instagram and whatnot. You've been watching it, the transformation. But let's talk about this guy right here, man. I didn't get to make your last fight, that ESPN fight, but I did see it on TV, and you rocked that guy out pretty good. 12-0 now.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So how you feeling post-fight? Good?
Feel great. Always looking back at my performances, I'm a perfectionist, so everything I always want it to be perfect, and looking back, even though I felt great, we got the W, gave on a great performance and even a greater walkout. But, I saw some things going back and watching the footage that I need to go back and perfect. And look, at the end of the day, every fight is an opportunity for me to get better, fight after fight, so we're working our way up to get ready for a world title. And fighting is just like business. In business, you're never satisfied because there's always something new to learn
Absolutely.
or to get better at. So that's how I viewed my performance, even though I had a lot of ups and a lot of perks to it. I have some things I need to work on to get us to that elite level.
No, that's okay. And a lot of that comes from the foundation of being a soldier. As a soldier, you go through the drills and you want to, you execute those maneuvers and you go back and you AAR it, and next time you just do it better.
For sure.
So you had an opportunity to watch that walkout, man. Now, obviously, while you're going through it, you're in the zone. You're not thinking about it. After you saw that video footage of what the soldiers put on with the swords and everything, man, how'd that make you feel?
Priceless. Going through, when I was walking out, I have tunnel vision. I'm just extremely focused and laser pointed on just getting to the ring and doing my job and doing what I need to do. But going through it, I was thinking in the back of my mind, like, this is so dope. This is so awesome. Right. But I'd like, all right, go back to focusing, and the walkout, having my boy Connects performing a song that he wrote about my life and journey, and then having the Army's support and contribution, and they had everybody dressed up, saluting us with the sabers as we walked by. It was just all in all an awesome performance and entrance. And going back, like I said, I didn't get to really enjoy it during the times I was just focused on the fight, but going back and watching it, like jaw drop, you know what I mean? Like they were even saying on ESPN, this guy has it all put together. He should be the headliner, the main event.
Yeah, they sure did.
I'm just glad that I'm able to be able to have this limelight on me, that everybody sees my star quality, and we're working our way up to becoming a household name. And I'm glad that people are finally starting to see it.
That's awesome, man. Well, hey, listen, I know you got to get out of here. You were crying about having to get to an appointment or something. So, next fight, when?
You know what they say, man, if you're not 15 minutes early, you're late.
There you go.
Next fight, stay tuned, man. We'll be fighting. Don't want to release the date yet until I get a contract, but late June is looking like it's going to be our next fight, and it may be right here in Sacramento. 13-0.
Looking forward to it, Blake. Always a pleasure seeing you. Thanks for stopping by today.
Appreciate it.
There it is, the Beast. Your Army now. Take care.
All right, we're out, making this real quick, fast, easy. This is what our new format is. I hope you enjoyed our show today. We talked about culinary specialists, 92 Golf, and we talked to Blake the Beast McKernan. We broke it down for you. You saw the whiteboard that Sergeant Major did. It's showing us exactly what you can do and what kind of money you can make with the Army as opposed to being on the civilian side. What more do you want? All right, this is what we do here. We give information that you can use. All right, so follow us right here on these platforms. This is Your Army Now. My name is Sergeant Bennett. Make sure that you be good to each other. Don't drink and drive. Don't text and drive. And be blessed and manifest. Signing out, Sergeant Bennett. See you on the other side. Peace.